Sí. Jay, the front end of a back-to-back. As a player, it's got to pose an additional challenge physically to get through these stretches.
Oh, yeah, it's a grind. This is a physical sport we play. In your body, it just has to be ready when you start the season.
Now, here's MP. Here's the starting group for Houston. A perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Van Vliet in at the point.
This is the length that Durant provides on the offensive boards. Love whenever he puts it to use like this.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Denver shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, MP. And, Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
And I like how MP carries himself. It's a big reason why his teammates enjoy playing with him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
He finds MP. Gordon with a screen on Katie. And it's Gordon missing. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Van Vliet passes to Katie. There's the triple. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And defensively, what can you really do against KD right there?
KD's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. MP passes to Hardaway. Durant against MP. Pass to Gordon. In the corner, Hardaway with it. MP left side. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist.
He's so skilled on the interior. Jokic plays with so much force and leverage down low.
Van Vliet kicks to Durant. Smith outside. And another 3 for Houston.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
MP dishes to Gordon. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great effort. They're fighting for that loose ball. Joker continues to attack the offensive glass.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Van Vliet passes to Smith. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 5. So Jabari Smith has shown he can be a contributor. But, Richard, it is a process.
And you know he's still young. And for a lot of players, especially the taller ones, it takes a couple of years to find your game.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Jay, in the last matchup against the Magic was tremendous. He came away with 34 points, and that was a season high for him. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great stuff, Allie. In stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Pass to Brown. Now MP. Guarded by KD. Johnson with a screen on KD. Jay. And another miss by Denver.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
So on the floor for Houston. A perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant. Alperen Şengün out there with Tari Eason. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. Jay, the pass to Jokic. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Johnson sets the pick for KD. Rebound by Murray.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
KD against MP. And yes, it's good. KD's got 15.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
MP outside. Jokic with the screen on Durant. MP finds Jokic. Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Thompson outside. Pass to Şengün. Now here is Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Now here's MP. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Oh, Jokic with attitude there. Love it.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustment on the offensive end.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
And here's KD for three. It's rebounded by Jamal Murray.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
MP, no good. The Rockets leading. Thompson passes to Durant. No good on the three.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, the Joker taking over. He's had his way offensively, making it look easy.
One-on-one fast break. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by MP. MP's got 6 assists in the game. With 1 on the clock, that one doesn't drop. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. And for on top, they're up by 2. And Boogie going after this from Ball Arena.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Welcome to our halftime show. Some excellent basketball so far with Denver in a close.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
Let's look now and thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense. Inside
for him, it's Gordon and Jokic. Jamal Murray is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jay in at the small forward. That's the group that David Adelman's going out there with to start the second half. When you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
Here's MP. MP with the easy bucket inside.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
It's Durant on the wing, covered by MP. Smith with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The verticality that KD possesses, it helps him erase that shot at the rim.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
Well, Fred Van Vliet wasn't going to be denied his chance, RJ, playing in the NBA.
No, he wasn't. Undrafted, yes, but training his whole life for a chance. And when he got it, boy, he did not let up. Ever since he was young, he was getting up at 5:30 every morning to train before school.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Fred Van Vliet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on him, but adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Kevin, back to you.
They love his disposition. Okay, thank you, Allie. Gordon with the screen for MP. And the basket by Gordon. Now it's a three-point Nugget lead.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
KD finds Smith. Durant against MP. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
3 points.
Van Vliet's got himself on the board with 3 there. Here's Murray. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Jay, the pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to MP. Jokic with the screen on KD. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by MP. 14 points for Jokic. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Step back shot. And it's Durant missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Outside for Murray. Hardaway passes to Murray. MP high post. Durant's there.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Şengün with the ball. He's got 8. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here's MP. Getting it done against contact. It's MP.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
It's trailed by 4. Smith sets the pick for KD. Oh, the Suki smooth 3 from KD.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
For the lead, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
KD looking around. Out to Smith. Pass to Thompson. For 3, Van Vliet. The Rockets with another miss. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Nuggets lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of time.
Substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon comes in for Johnson. MP's checked in for Bruce Brown. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Christian Brown. The Rockets also changing it up. Smith checked in for Green. Amen Thompson comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Tari Eason. And so in the game for the Rockets, they'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And he jams it in.
When you need points, when you want points, Şengün is the option.
The Nuggets trail by 3. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Jokic with the screen on Durant. Jokic draws the double. MP, and that one is good.
Big moment. MP showing some savvy. What a bright future this young man has.
The powerful flush by Durant.
They needed points, and KD comes through. Who else did you expect?
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And here's Jokic. Finishes inside on the nice hit. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Durant, and he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
Along with Hall of Fame talent, KD is just clutch.
MP. Oh, MP slamming it down.
Oh, man, MP to be young again.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. Here's Şengün. The response, slamming it home.
Huge points from Şengün, the big man from Turkey, stepping up.
Now Jokic. MP up top to tie it up. Drained from outside.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And stolen by MP. Here's Murray. MP outside. Gordon a screen. The drive by MP. Now Murray. No luck that time on a shot that would have put him on top. Oh, it hurts. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith.
You don't need experience if you have guts. The young fella gets thrown right into the action. Smith Jr. wants to be here in late game.
And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if someone opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Durant. Got it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Murray gets the screen from Jay, and he does not hit. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the time when you have to take a 2.
He in the house.
You look at this on paper, and it feels like one-way traffic, Doris. Could this be a trap game?
It sort of has that feeling, B.A. A big underdog going against the big-time favorite. But here's why we play the game. Any given night in this league, anything can happen.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen out there with Filipowski. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Walker Kessler. And it's Bailey in a two-guard. Now here's George. Markkanen outside. Clock at 6. Utah moving the ball around. And George with the basket on the assist by Bailey.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Murray finds MP. To the inside. Stolen by Kessler. George against Murray. Markkanen for 3. The rebound by MP. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Here's Bailey. George for 3. Offensive rebound. No good there. And here's Denver. It's a three-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
Here's Jokic. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Kessler.
And the skill set that Jokic possesses, arguably the most skilled center to ever play the game.
It's his first trip to the line. Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. There's the block.
That's just great work on the defensive end by Lauri Markkanen. You can see his length come into play.
George passes to Markkanen. Back to George. Markkanen outside. Misses the 3. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 3 so far. And that one's good. Jay.
Well, great hustle from MP. That's recognizing an opportunity to beat everybody up the floor.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. VA, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's MP, following the 3 by Utah. Pass to Jokic. Kicks it out to Hardaway. MP outside. Shoots over Bailey. Hardaway's shot is good.
Well, don't get caught up in the long-range shooting. Hardaway Jr. has that in-between game. Really nice shot.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. 1:11 left in the first. Pass to Filipowski. Now here's George. from outside the arc. Good D by Murray. MP looking around. Jokic with a screen on Markkanen. Jay, the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
That's just MP reading the defense, going through his progression, and making the right play.
From 7 feet away, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Utah shooting their first free throws of the game, and he makes the first, and Denver will go for... Adelman wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
Last year shows that having the better overall record doesn't mean you're going to dominate the lesser opponent.
Now here's MP. This is the most they've led, 13 points. So the Utah 5 right now. They've got Kyle Filipowski, Bailey out there with Keontae George. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Filipowski with it, covered by Johnson. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
Jazz trail by 15. George passes to Nurkic. Pass to Bailey. Back to Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's MP. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
And you have to appreciate the heart they've shown on the offensive boards this quarter.
Pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Now Filipowski. And there's a minute 45 left in the first half. Shot by Nurkic, no good. The Nuggets lead by 15. Doris, while he's selective about it, Yusuf Nurkic has added a three-pointer to his game.
I think if you're a big in the modern NBA, you understand that your game is always about adapting to what's next. And listen, you have to be selective if you're just adding this element, but Yusuf Nurkic trying to evolve.
And so it's Utah with it, following that last three-pointer by Denver. Pass to Filipowski. Nurkic throws it down.
Yeah, you can see the power game that Yusuf Nurkic has in his tool bag. That's a strong finish.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think obviously we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Now here's George. He's got 6. Utah needs to get off the shot here. The shot by Filipowski, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Jay. Utah grabs the miss.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Markkanen, the pass to George. And stolen by Brown. With 1 on the clock. That shot missing. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. It's Denver. They lead by 18. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draws.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in the...
They've been locked in. I mean, locked in. They know what they want, and they know how to get it. Kind of like Shaq at the barbecue.
And let's focus now on the Rookie of the Year contenders. Some great talent coming into the league this year.
Of course, MP's in the running. He hasn't looked like a rookie, and he hasn't acted like one.
Yeah, he seems to gain confidence with every outing, and clearly the coaches trust him. Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Murray out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Jay in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for David Adelman. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, NP in the last matchup against the Rockets really lit up the floor. He scored 17 points, and he was dialed in from long distance. But remember, he also was great on the strike. He's been on a real hot streak of late, and I think everyone wants to see just how long he can keep this up. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. And the only question now, how does he follow up that performance?
Yeah, each night comes with different challenges, and I'm sure their opponent has seen the film.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Boy, I'd like to see him finish that play with more authority.
And Grant, when talking about certain players, we hear expressions like, he does the little things, or he does the dirty work. What does all that mean exactly?
You know, it's about what doesn't show up in the box score. Setting good screens, winning those 50-50 balls, hustling back on defense. Often, it's just as important as putting up those points.
Here's George. Denver getting their last shot to go. Markkanen outside. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. Markkanen's got 6 points.
Love to see the 7-footer Markkanen go right up with it. Doesn't give the defense time to react.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Denver shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw good, MP.
Guys, I don't see how you can't be excited about the future for MP. This guy's got a great head on his shoulders. His first focus is winning, and you don't see that often from a young man this age.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Grant, you're involved with helping the NBA grow the game globally. How important are those initiatives?
You know, BA, it's very important to watch how the game has grown over the last 30 years that I've been connected with the NBA. It's quite staggering, but there's more work to be done. So every initiative, every appearance, every camp, every game is so vitally important as we continue to spread the game of basketball all over the world. Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. The 3, George. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
A nice shot by MP.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And now the first timeout called here for Utah. For the Nuggets, Sam Johnson, he's checked in for Gordon. And Brown subbed in for Hardaway. And a switch here also for Utah. Sensabaugh's checked in. 1:52 left to play in the third quarter here. He takes it in, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
And in he gets it to go on the assist by Murray. 16 points for Jay.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's Sensabaugh. His offense has been solid, scoring around 11.5 points a game. Offline with a 3. The Nuggets lead by 22. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
By the time this young man has done. MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's Jay. Here's Jokic. And the layup is good off the glass. Jokic has gotten 4 this quarter.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pass to Sensabaugh. Inside. MP against Kessler. George outside. Here's the 3. He buries it from 3. George has got 9 points.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Launches a 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's Denver. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a...
Look for Denver. MP comes in for Brown. And Strother subbed in for Jamal Murray. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Nurkic. Filipowski comes in for Niang. Bailey's checked in for Sensabaugh. And it's Keontae George in for Anderson. George drives in. Markkanen outside. Filipowski, the pass to George. And here's Bailey for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. MP's got his 6th rebound on the night. Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got Lauri Markkanen, Filipowski out there with Walker Kessler. Then it's Bailey, and it's George in at the point guard position. Good work there as it goes.
Simply crushing it right now. So much more accurate in the second half than he was in the first.
George passes to Markkanen. Now Kessler. George feels it out a bit. Back to Kessler. Utah moving the ball around. Filipowski. It doesn't go for him. Denver has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. And it's good. 2 points. MP's got 18 points in just the second half.
MP showing he's willing to engage the contact in the painted area. Overcome the challenges, young sir.
Pass to Markkanen. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And of course, that's the beauty of it all.
And here's MP from outside. Utah grabs the miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Nuggets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And against a familiar opponent, it's nice to establish a psychological advantage with the win in the first game.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. George for 3. The rebound by MP.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Pass to Johnson. MP outside. Oh, he used the shot fake to create the angle, but he couldn't get it to fall. Markkanen from long range gets the three to fall.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to MP. The three. And again, Denver with a three.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaFleur.